talked about this page way back in, wow, 2011, I guess it was. And there are a few minor changes that have been made since then. I guess just going from left to right, I've done a little bit more organization of the various amp models. And I've done a lot of work to just try to make the workflow through here a little bit more intuitive for myself. One of the things that always bugged me about the GR55 was the fact that there are so many different amp models. For instance, Boogie Lead, Boogie Drive, Boogie Rhythm, and then each of those has a high gain, a mid gain, and a low gain switch in addition to the gain itself. I find that to be just a little bit too convoluted. So what I've got here is the ability to just pick an amp and then with one touch get any of the gain that's available for that amp. I've got my entire range of low gain, my entire range of mid gain, and my entire range of high gain at a touch. Small thing, but I think it helps. I also moved the mod block, a little bit of the mod block controls at any rate, right here in front of the amp for the most obvious application, which is a distortion pedal. So what I can do, provided that for my mod block I've selected a distortion, let's say for instance the Boss Overdrive, I can really quickly come here, indicate the level of the distortion. I can turn it off again. So I can put myself right in the mix with this distortion, and if I've got the mod block on-off switch mapped, for instance, to the control pedal, this is something that I could do right in the middle of a song. I could determine that my distorted sound is too low or too high, adjust it, and get straight back into the mix. Just for good measure, I put the drive and the tone control of the distortion in the mod block right here. I've duplicated them on the amp page. So I've got your typical rock and roll setup, kind of one-stop shopping right here. Very similarly, the boost level, I think they call it a solo switch in the GR55, I consider it a boost. I've got that right here post master volume, so that if I want to jump out in the middle of a solo, I can just grab this, put it wherever I want. You could be right in the middle of a live performance and find that you're just not cutting, and grab that, instantly turn it off again, or have this mapped to your control pedal and get in and out right where you need to be. So that's something that I think is very, very useful. The rest of it is pretty much as it was. I've got my EQ, my sends to reverb, chorus, and delay, the post effect section, master volume for the amp, and over here I have master volume for the entire patch, which is now on CC8. I decided to move that to CC8 for reasons that'll be more apparent when we start to talk about assigns later on, with some of the performance-oriented features. And I think I'll stop here and I'll shoot the next video. We'll talk about some of these more sophisticated controls at the bottom of the amp page.